let's talk about something that drives almost every team crazy: communication chaos. We're going to dive into how you can transform that constant, stressful mess into a system that actually brings clarity and lets your team focus. So let's get right into it. Sound familiar? You're just trying to get some deep work done, but your screen is exploding with pings, alerts, and DMs from like a dozen different places. That feeling of being caught in a notification whirlwind, it's not just distracting, it's completely exhausting. And this isn't just a minor annoyance, right? The fallout is real. You've got project details buried in an email thread over here and a key decision made in a WhatsApp chat over there. Important stuff just falls through the cracks. New people, they feel totally lost. But the real kicker is that last point: team burnout. That feeling that you have to be always on, it's an absolute killer for morale and creativity. So, what's the real root of this problem? Well, a lot of the time, we're pointing the finger at the wrong thing. It often comes right down to the tools we're using. The very apps we love for our personal lives can be the absolute worst for team collaboration. Let's dig into why they're failing us. Okay, let's break this down. On one side, you've got good old email. It basically creates these little locked boxes of information, right? Information silos. If you weren't on the original 2 line, good luck finding out what happened. And for a new person, it's impossible to catch up. Then on the other side, you have instant messaging. These apps create this urgency illusion. It's this feeling that every single message demands an instant reply. It just shatters your focus and mixes up serious work planning with GIFs and weekend chatter. It's a total recipe for disaster. But here's the good news. There is a much, much better way. It's a calmer, more thoughtful way to work together. And the whole solution is built around one core idea: asynchronous communication. So, what on earth is asynchronous communication? It sounds kind of techy, but the idea is incredibly simple. It's the powerful realization that not everything is a 5-alarm fire. It's a total mindset shift that gives people permission to unplug and actually do focused work without being interrupted every 5 minutes. This isn't just about being more efficient. It's about giving your brain space to breathe, which leads to way less stress and much more thoughtful replies instead of just knee-jerk reactions. I love this quote because it just hits the nail on the head. Imagine that. You write a clear, thought-out message, you send it, and you trust your team to get back to you when they have a moment, not the literal second it lands. It's all about building a culture of trust and respecting each other's focus. Now, this all sounds great, right? But this new mindset can't survive in the wild chaos of an email inbox or WhatsApp group. It needs its own dedicated space to thrive. It needs a home. And we call that a virtual hub. Okay, so let's get practical. Choosing the right tool for your hub is a big deal. And really, the 2 biggest players in this space are Slack and Discord. At first glance, they might seem pretty similar, but they're built with some really different philosophies in mind. Let's run through the big differences here. Think of Slack as the polished, professional office. It's fantastic for integrating with other work apps, and its search function is absolutely top tier. But, and this is a big one, the free plan erases your messages after 90 days, which can be a real pain. Then you have Discord. It grew up in the gaming world, so it has this awesome community vibe, and its voice and video channels are just fantastic. And here's the killer feature. The free plan has unlimited message history. So your choice really comes down to your team's vibe and budget. Now listen up, because this is probably the most important part. Picking a tool is just step 1. If you don't build good habits, you'll just end up with a shiny new version of the same old chaos. So here are 3 simple, non-negotiable rules for success. First up, leaders go first. If the team leader isn't in there posting every day, nobody else will be either. You'll end up with a digital ghost town. Second, be a gentle librarian. When someone posts in the wrong spot, and they will, don't call them out. Just kindly say, "Hey, great question. Let's move this over to the hashtag Project Alpha channel so the right folks can see it." And third, my personal favorite, master the thread. Seriously, using threads to reply keeps your main channels clean and scannable. It is an absolute game changer. Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, right? But what does it actually look like when a real team puts this into practice? Let me tell you a quick story about a team that totally escaped their communication nightmare. So, picture this. A project called Green Shoots is organizing a volunteer day. Awesome. But the project lead is living in a personal hell. Why? Because she's stuck in a massive, noisy WhatsApp group answering the exact same questions over and over and over again. What time does it start? Where do we park? What should I bring? It was a total time suck. So, what was the brilliant, complex solution they came up with? It was so simple, it's kind of beautiful. They just created one single dedicated channel for the event. Then they wrote one single post with all the key info, date, time, location, the whole shebang, and used the pin feature to stick it to the top of the channel. That's it. And the results? It was like night and day. We're talking hours of her time saved. The project lead was suddenly freed from being a human FAQ. Every new volunteer could just pop in, see the pinned post, and get up to speed instantly. Everyone felt more confident, and the lead could finally focus on, actually leading the project. That is the power of getting organized. So, are you feeling ready to make a change? Here is your playbook, a quick start guide to get this going today. First, pick one person to be the champion. Have them create the workspace and set up these 5 basic channels to start. Write up some simple communication roles and pin them in the #general channel. Then, just start with your core team to build the habit before you roll it out to everyone else. So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. This isn't just about making a #random channel from memes. This is about creating focus. So what is the #1 project, the most mission-critical conversation happening in your team right now that you could give its own dedicated home to start this journey from chaos to clarity?